Manil Jabasilan along with Surendra RC opens the innings whereas Arvind with the ball. One among the top performers straight away starts off with the dot ball. When they batted first, 203, 221. That's high in the air, catch was the call, but nobody standing at the deep as it comfortably beats up the short third man fielder and reaches out the boundary ropes. To 220 is the pair score for Refined 11 and every time they won the game. Another one gets a good connection, another one went onto the gap as it goes for boundary. As this provides space for both the formats to thrive yourself as it goes over the boundary ropes. One more boundary in this over. Entire batting unit could explode well. Full Allen delivery didn't got the connection and that is taken at mid-off. Arvind VB gets the first breakthrough up to the shoulders. So one step is skipped. That's high in the air. Seems to be not getting the connection it requires and that is a miscommunication. It's really refreshing to watch out for. I don't say cricket is at bad phase. I don't say high in the air, catches the call, mid-off under the ball. This time no interruption and that's a perfect catch taken. So they played different seasons altogether. We're not sure about the exact form of these players today as we're playing on August 15. Oh, that's taken. That is taken. Spectacular catch out there. Guru gone for duck. You should know when you should not carry it away. Oh my God. That is a risky stroke making, yet gets the result he is looking for. And Vaidhi were the two batters. This gives more confidence to Umesh Kumar. But still he's doing the same mistake as Guru goes into the back foot and finds out the boundary. Another short ball, another punishment. This time the outfield does the job well as it reaches out the boundary rope. There's a new bowler into the attack. That seems to be new partnership with the ball, but one more spinner for sure. I really love this approach. Oh, that seems to be put down in the middle of the game. It's going to be a wonderful decision out there to keep things moving forward. He finds the aerial route, Vaidhi, and the placement seems to be perfect as it turns out to be a maximum time with the non-strikers in a regular interval of time. So that clarity with front and back confusion seems out to be a close appeal as Das gets the Babu back into the attack. Oh, catch opportunity. And that's been put down. Another miscommunication. That's high in the air. And that is taken. These were poor stroke makings from a top class batter. This difference comes in. The last match being played by Corona Assaulters were 1 month before. That's a big shot. Huge shot that is. AK connects it well and dispatches it. Pick up that wicket. Oh, that's a gutsy bowling. Flights it one more time and that's a tremendous batting out there as it goes for boundary. Big shot. Goes down the ground over the bowler's head. And that's why AK is leading up Vijay Demal. He wanted it to be a short ball and he converted it to be a short ball as that overran fielder made it a boundary. Oh, he's very good at playing those cut shots. Another shot, another boundary to end the over. Who's struggling hard to rotate the strike on the onside. Catches the call as it pierces between the fielders. Eventually travels and reaches out the boundary. Maybe if it has more revolution, it will be much quicker. Catches the call, but that finds the perfect distance out there. Being taken by the long on fielder or the boundary rope fielder. Another one in the air. This time fielder comes forward and that is taken. This is what I mentioned. This is what swings it well. Gets the connection. But couldn't reach out to the boundary ropes. It seems that's a wonderful save out there at the deep. There'll be really the song being sang Mathu J Salam. And that visual was circulating in the social media. Steps out and goes for the big shot. That's a pure timing. And I love that placement. Love to play these strokes. And speaking about that Virat Kohli, in fact not just Virat Kohli is the front face of that visual. Oh, that's a misfield. Eventually it turns serious level in sport is going to be dangerous. That's high in the air. Will it get a distance? And it gets a distance it requires. Tremendous stroke making out there. A couple of overs, he set himself well with economy. His past couple of overs have been really good. As it hits the stumps, and finally the breakthrough is here. 7 with this wide, it will become 167. As the first ball went on to be a wide ball. Vinod, a new bowler to the bowl the last over. It's really surprising to see things happening. That's a boundary as well. Oh, thickish outside edge. Short third man inside the circle, which is more than enough. And that's a boundary. Continues to bowl Kishore. This time that's dropped. He was not expecting that catch. And he used by Corona Assaulters, among which 6 overs were being bowled by 2 spinners and 4 overs being bowled by a pacer. Another one went behind. This time to the right of the short third man fielder goes for bounce, which is AK. The rest of the batters struggle to score runs against continuous spin attack. Another one through the covers. Another thickish outside edge. This time he also opens the pace of the bat. So credit. Yes, he came with the ball. These were unwanted efforts. Unwanted efforts at this level of cricket. A little bit of carelessness and reluctance on the field. If they go with the same pace, it's going to be a winning game for them. Another one through the covers. This time it's taken. There comes the celebration. It's easy catch. Through the covers, catches the call. As that fell short of the fielder, and it eventually goes to reach the boundary. And oh, that gets a feather. And the finger straight away goes up. David Proudfoot. Offside. And 2 fielders on the leg side inside the circle. Finds the aerial route finally. And that's a boundary to get off the mark. David Proudfoot. Couldn't give much impact with the bat. Now with the ball to accompany his side. Punches it hard. That picks the gap and the placement seems to be right as it reaches out the boundary. Leaves the way, and that seems to be a gifted delivery. Turns out to be maximum. Defensive approach if it attacks the stumps, but after a point of time, this should be the result I've been speaking about. If it's onto your body or onto the stump line, this is how it should get the result that it requires. One through the covers, picks the gap, and the placement seems to be perfect. This is what he's known for, and that's what he's doing now. David Proudfoot. To be different pressure. Pulls it away. It doesn't provide the timing it requires, and the place. But no signs of the umpire getting convinced that is a wicket. But that was eventually attacking the stumps with a bit of change of pace. Strong shouts. Turning down the leg, says the on-field umpire. Parthiban almost sat down for that. Through the covers, beautiful shot, and the timing says it all. And it eventually goes over the boundary ropes. Test cricket format. David Proudfoot seems to be such a kind of batter. Trying to find the aerial route, fielder under the ball. And finally the partnership broken. David Assaulters batters. Everything is set for them. Flicks it away in between the fielders. As 2 fielders converging together and chases down the ball. Only to watch it going over the boundary rope. Couldn't open the pace over there. And these misfields allows them to go for another one. Turns out to be miscommunication. Good energy, good vibe out there. As all the fielders were shouting with positivity. This seems to be the first over. Oh, that's directed. And the finger's gone up straight away. Thinking of this defensive approach, they're going into the back foot straight away. That's up in the air. And nobody standing at the deep, which eventually leads up to this going for boundary. Vijay broke the silence with the boundary. Gets the less you focus on the boundary, the more you could rotate the strike that could eventually go over the boundary ropes. Vijay position in the points table. Couple of games they lost in the league phase, with one against Reefine 11 as well. Oh my god, these were unexpected bounce, and that breaks the partnership as well. In fact, 5 overs. But anyway, now he have to bat. This surprise delivery is working well as that's another one. This time the skipper himself lost his wicket. 8. There are fielders on the offside. The batters are trained to play on the offside for the stump line delivery. Sometimes you have to play across. Oh, that gets thickish outside edge. And nobody standing at the deep, which will eventually leads up to this going 13 to win the game with Arvind VB on strike. Thickish outside edge that goes between the backward point and short third man. As he's chasing down the ball, will be reaching out the boundary fence. Punches it away on top of the ball and that reaches out the boundary ropes. That's a winning moment.